Hi friends. In this video, we will see how to use SPARSH VP710 with SARVAM UCS SOHO, Eternity NENX. Let us see the requirements for the same. Eternity NENX with SARVAM UCS SOHO application. SIP extension, IP subscriber, license. Allow auto configuration of third-party SIP phones in security settings of SARVAM UCS. Consider a scenario where Ethernet port of SARVAM UCS is configured with a static IP address. SPARSH VP710 will be registered with the Ethernet port IP address of SARVAM UCS. Let us move on to the configuration steps. We will complete the configuration in 3 steps. SPARSH VP710 Client Configuration. SARVAM UCS Server Configuration. Directory, Contact, Sync. Let us start with the first step of SPARSH VP710 configuration. As the first step, connect power adapter. Or Ethernet cable from a PoE switch to turn on SPARSH VP710. SPARSH VP710 will be in DHCP mode, by default. We can change the network settings from the phone's GUI, or from the phone's interface. SPARSH VP710 can be registered in Open SIP mode. We can auto-provision SPARSH VP710 with SARVAM UCS as well. We will use the auto-provisioning feature of SPARSH VP710 in this case. This can be done from the phone's GUI or the phone's interface. We will see both methods. Let us see the auto-provisioning from phone's GUI. Log into the GUI. Enter the password, that is, admin, by default. Go to Settings. Followed by Auto Provision. Enter the server URL, that is, IP address of the Ethernet port of SARVAM UCS SOHO. The address will be entered as http:// IP address of the Ethernet port of SARVAM UCS and port. Note, the port is SPARSH port of SARVAM UCS. Here the port is default, that is 80. Hence, we do not need to mention the port. Click Confirm. And then click Auto Provision now. This completes the GUI configuration. Let us see how to do the same using the phone's interface. Enter the menu followed by Settings. Go to Advanced. Enter the password, that is, admin, by default. Go to Auto Provision. Enter the URL, that is, IP address of the Ethernet port of SARVAM UCS. The address will be entered as http:// IP address of the Ethernet port of SARVAM UCS and port. Note, the port is SPARSH port of SARVAM UCS. Here the port is default, that is 80. Hence, we do not need to put the port. Press save and then OK to auto provision. This completes the configuration of SPARSH VP710. Let us move on to the second step of SARVAM UCS configuration. Log into SARVAM UCS as System Engineer. Go to Basic Settings followed by Device Management. Registration request from SPARSH VP710 will reflect on this page. Click Not Assigned to register. Assign the SIP account of SARVAM UCS to SPARSH VP710. Program name and SIP ID, that is, the extension number to be assigned to SPARSH VP710. Program authentication credentials to be used for authentication. Select the Registrar server address. Registrar server address is the address of the SIP server. SARVAM UCS provides this address to SPARSH VP710 for registration. There are 5 different options available for Registrar server addresses depending on the network architecture. 1. Use Ethernet IP address. Select this option when SPARSH VP710 is in the same local network, LAN, as that of SARVAM UCS. 2. Use mobile port IP address. Select this option when SPARSH VP710 and SARVAM UCS are not in the same local network and SARVAM UCS is connected to the Internet over mobile WAN. 3. Router or STUNS IP address. Select this option when SPARSH VP710 and SARVAM UCS are not in the same local network and SARVAM UCS is connected behind a router or firewall. In this scenario, the following ports must be forwarded to the static private IP address of SARVAM UCS. SPARSH port, TCP, 80. SIP port, TCP, 5060 and UDP, 5060. SIP TLS port, if SIP is used over TLS. TCP, 5061 and UDP, 5061. SIP RTP port range, UDP, 8000 to 8400. If the router is configured with static public IP address, router's public IP address must be configured under network parameters. If the router is configured with dynamic DNS hostname, simple traversal of UDP over NAT, STUN, must be configured under network parameters. Four. Use dynamic DNS hostname. Select this option when SARVAM UCS is having dynamic DNS hostname configuration in network parameters. 5. Automatic. Select this option to allow SARVAM UCS to assign registrar server address automatically. As we are using SPARSH VP710 on the Ethernet port IP address of SARVAM UCS, we will select Use Ethernet IP address in Registrar Server Address field. Submit the details. Refresh the page. Assigned extension details will be seen with extension number, name, and location details. This completes the SARVAM UCS SOHO configuration. SPARSH VP710 will fetch the configuration from SARVAM UCS and will get registered. Let us move on to the third step of directory sync. Go to Location Settings of SPARSH VP710. Select the contacts to be synced in local phone book and remote phone book. The contacts, selected in local phone book will be synced, in local phone book of SPARSH VP710. And the contacts selected in remote phone book, will be synced in remote phone book of SPARSH VP710. There are 5 options available for contact sync. Do not send. Select this option, if we do not want to overwrite the phone book of SPARSH VP710. Send extension numbers only. Select this option, to sync the extension numbers of SARVAM UCS in the phone book of SPARSH VP710. Send global directory numbers only. Select this option, to sync the numbers configured in global directory of SARVAM UCS in the phone book of SPARSH VP710. Send first extension numbers, remaining global directory numbers. Select this option, to sync the extension numbers of SARVAM UCS and SPARSH VP710 phone book first, and then send numbers configured in global directory in the remaining capacity. Send first global directory numbers, remaining extension numbers. Select this option, to sync the numbers configured in global directory in the phone book of SPARSH VP710 first, and then send extension numbers of SARVAM UCS in the remaining capacity. We will select Do Not Send option in local phone book, and send first extension numbers remaining global directory numbers, in remote phone book. Now, we will configure the URL in the phone to fetch the contacts from SARVAM UCS. Log into phone's GUI. Note, the password, after auto-provisioning will be changed to 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to Directory, followed by Remote Phone Book. The URL for Remote Phone Book will be auto-filled. If the URL is not auto-filled, enter the URL in the following manner: http:// IP address of SARVAM UCS / remote _phone book _yalink.xml. The phone will download the contacts from SARVAM UCS. With this, we finish the entire configuration. SPARSH VP710 is now ready for use. Thank you for watching this video. For further queries and support, contact Matrix Technical Support Team.